Cover it anyways. Well, hello. It is Saturday of, what is today? April 26th. I am in preparation for my last week here at this contract opportunity. And I know it's been a while. I've been MIA for a little bit. Things have been busy. I've been doing some traveling as well as working a bit more here at the contract job at this hotel, back in my old opportunity. And I've got 1 week left to sit in this chair and to work with this team. Not a sad thing. I will still be around. There's potential of some other opportunities working with the hotel brand that I work with. They have already been in contact about some other opportunities, but I've got a couple of things lined up, and I really just need to, in this, take a break, figure out what's next, as I have signed up for a few things. I have had interviews for a few things, and I am crossing fingers that one or two of them come true. So I hope to start back up on this journey and keep you guys updated on this journey, as there's a couple of things that are happening in the works, and I'm really excited about it. I wish I could say that I've landed a full-time role with benefits and I am going into that. That's not the case, but I still have some income coming in. I'm able to get bills paid. I'm able to live life, and that I'm grateful for. Real quick, the reason why I'm in on a Saturday is because I have a large farmer group in-house that I have been working with, and I am here to support my team. So I work on the catering side as I have explained before, but due to my experience, I've also been helping out the conference service manager here, and I took on some of their groups just to kind of level out their load here within the office. So I'm working with this farmer group. It's been a great time with them. Today's our last day. It's the largest part of their meeting, hence the reason why I'm here. I'm actually headed down now just to check in on the client and the break. And then it's back to the office for more office work before I head out at the end of next week. Happy Sunday. I have been out and about, went out to watch a friend play kickball, and went to the grocery store, somewhere back there, and just had a productive Sunday. This week, as I've stated before, is my last week in the current role that I'm in, as a task force contract opportunity. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the company that I'm working for has another opportunity in line. There's been some chatter about it, but nothing has been confirmed. So I'm just rolling along with the punches. Financially, things are okay, so I'm not stressed. But it's always nice to have, the money continue to flow in. So that's this week coming up. I'm going to probably try and video a couple of other things that are happening this week. It's the finals for my Monday night volleyball league. I've played in a Tuesday night league as well. And right now I'm just trying to make sure my knees stay strong, because that's the weakest part, is when my knees give out, I start to decline in my play. So keeping my fingers crossed. I'm going to go actually stretch this evening, strengthen my knees a little bit. Lots of Advil, all the pain meds that I can possibly take, and get through the rest of this week. Grocery shopping's complete. I have decided to cook dinner tonight. which is rare. I usually don't cook dinner due to time, due to groceries, whatever. I love cooking, don't get me wrong. It's just the time it takes to get the groceries, cook the items, have the fresh items at home, or just have anything available. Pricing now doesn't help. Just deters me from cooking at all, and I just find a frozen meal or eat out. So, tonight we are going to have Alfredo pasta, some grilled chicken, and asparagus. First time cooking asparagus. I'm actually going to do it a little different. I'm not going to grill it like I would want to. That's how I prefer it. I'm actually going to cook it down with some onions and some butter and some seasoning, and then mix the pasta in before I add the Alfredo sauce. So it'll be soft enough to be like the pasta. I saw this on TikTok. They did a whole different dish. Mine's just a variation with what I have in stock and what I want to cook with. So that'll be tonight's dinner. Hopefully it tastes good. Fingers crossed. And yeah, let's see what we get into. All right, time to get cooking. So in a pan, I've got some butter and a little bit of oil. And that's just over medium heat. Gonna toss in some onion. So now that the onions have cooked down a little bit to the pan, I'm going to add some minced garlic. And let that cook a little bit. Then I'm going to add the asparagus. I've cut this and then cut them in half. Give that a toss. And because I want the asparagus to wilt a little bit, I'm going to add a little chicken stock. It's just what I have. You can use chicken broth if you want to. And basically leave the lid on low, and just let that steam. So along with our pasta dish, I'm just going to do some garlic bread. I've got a sourdough loaf here. All this fits but one. We're gonna make it work. I've got a sourdough loaf here that we're gonna throw in and toast. And I've got some Land O'Lakes garlic and herb. Never had this option before, so we're gonna try it today. Each piece, this has been sitting out, so it's quite soft. It's okay if it goes on heavy. Down at the far end, my water's boiling, so we're just using what we have in the cabinet, dumping it all in. Give this a quick stir. We'll finish up our bread. Perfect. Now we have some Parmesan cheese that we're going to just top all of these slices with. I want it to be a little messy. We like it cheesy, and we like garlic in this household, so no problem with a little extra cheese. All right, now we'll just wait for the oven to heat up. We'll throw our bread in, our pastas in. We've got 10 minutes for that to cook, and our asparagus is getting going. I'll be right back with you. See what we have next. All right, our pasta is done. I turned that off. Let's put the bread in the oven and then put the pasta into our asparagus and onions. Now I am spooning this out because I want to save my pasta water just in case I need it to loosen up the sauce. Now we're just going to use jars, Alfredo, garlic Alfredo sauce. It's, again, what's in the cabinet. It's what we have. So no pressure to make your own. You can do a cream cheese style sauce. You can do tomato sauce, probably whatever you want. But again, we're using what we have in the house. In goes our jar. I'm gonna pour in about half first just to see where we're at. I like my pasta extra saucy, but some people don't, so I'm gonna give this a little taste. I don't want it to be too salty. We're gonna add some Parmesan cheese on top. Bread looks good. Sauce is good. I think that's enough sauce. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of the shredded parm and a little bit of our pasta water. And once the chicken finishes, I've got that in the air fryer. Yes, the air fryer, making things easy for myself today. And once the bread's done, we'll be ready to eat. This is what we're looking like with the pasta. Again, we've got onions, asparagus, a little salt, pepper, garlic. Our pasta's in there, our jar of sauce. And then here soon we will be having dinner. Typical Sunday night. All right, it is Tuesday. I took off Monday because I worked the weekend. So I am in the parking garage, about to head up, get the day started. I had volleyball last night, I've got volleyball tonight, so I'm a little tired, but this is the last week. You're going to hear that a couple of times. I don't know why I'm excited that it's the last week, because I don't have really a solid plan after. I've got some options, but hopefully I have some updates later this week to give you guys. All right, happy Friday. Today is the last day in the sales office. I am going in to basically be an admin for the day. We've got a couple of teammates out, so I'm helping out wherever I can support, with it being my last day in the office. And then at the end of the day, I'm done with task force for that department. Now, earlier this week, I mentioned I have some news, and that news is that I've been asked to come back and support the restaurant. So I'll be working with food and beverage. If you know anything about my past, I think I've mentioned this a few times. I actually started out in food and beverage as a restaurant manager, so that's what I'll be doing. They are down a manager. I'm just going to be stepping in to relieve some teammates so they can have days off, and some of the managers so that they can enjoy work-life balance. At the moment, I'm only working 3 days a week, which is totally fine. It still gives me some income. It still gives me something to do during the week, and I'm not just sitting at home. So it sounds like a good deal for the moment. And as I've mentioned before as well, I'm constantly applying. I'm constantly looking. I've got a couple of other things in my back pocket, and depending on what happens, will allow me to make my next step. As for now, we're going to end this week and this job update it's been a great week, and I really hope that I can continue bringing you guys along on my job hunt journey. I still haven't found that one job, but I also hope that you find it interesting of what I'm doing and learning more about me and my career. So I want to say that if you are not a subscriber, please consider being a subscriber. There's more content to come, not only about job stuff, also about my life, also about UC, also about plants. And if you are a subscriber, I really appreciate you. In the comments this week, I want to know how you're doing. I'm ready to get to know my community. So let me know how you're feeling this week. I'd love to hear it, and hopefully I catch you in the next video.